I'm Natasha.
And I'm Hillary, and this is
The Gallberry Lit Club.
Musical effects. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so we back again.
Yes, episode number 2.
Technically. Well, because the intro
3,
is 1, so this is technically...
Yeah.
Anyway.
Official number 2.
Official number 2. We ran out of time.
Yes,
we do be yapping.
We talked so much that we had to end up splitting our best and worst list up into 2 parts.
We couldn't do it all at the same time.
So this is going to be a best list.
Best list.
So this one for me is not going to be in any particular order, actually. The other one was, but I think all these books, I like them so much that
it's hard.
They're all on the same tier for me.
Right.
They're all 5 stars. They're all great.
Yeah, I think I did number it, but at the same time, I'm like in the same boat as you. I love all of these, so they're not. The order, welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, where the points don't matter and everything's made up.
Exactly.
That's kind of where this list is.
Exactly.
It might have numbers, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's completely random order. Just best books of kind of all time and also of 2025.
More recent,
for me, more recent. Because the problem is that we have read so many books and we like so many. There's so many in our top lists. I'm sure that there's no way we can fit them all.
Oh yeah.
So
I minor flex. I can read a 400-page book in one day.
Yeah, see, I cannot.
I'm very good at that. I will sometimes start at 9 o'clock and wind up finishing at 2 in the morning. Because I can't put it down. Mm-hmm. But my husband often says, like, hey, if you have like a superpower, like it's that you can read a book in a day. Yeah. And if I have time to just sit down.
Just crazy.
I'll do it.
I don't think
I'll probably finish Crown of Midnight tonight and buy the next one.
See, I don't know when the last time was that I finished a book in a day. Mm-hmm. I don't remember. I'm sure as like a kid when I was reading like the chapter books that are only like 5 chapters long, like the Magic Treehouse books, or like
Nancy Drew.
Bailey School Kids, stuff like that. I'm sure that because that was like you're done in like 20 minutes.
I always have. I'll gobble it down, man. I will ignore people. As a matter of fact, I ignored them not yesterday, but like the day before when I was at home. They were playing and I was like reading something and he said something to me. I was like, what? And he goes, no, never mind, you didn't hear it. And I was like, no, I'm reading, you know I don't hear. Yeah. Like, you've got to get my attention because I'm going to read my book.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything worse for me than somebody trying to talk to me while I'm reading. Just stop. Just stop. Because my brain is gone.
Just figure it out.
It threw off my groove entirely. Now I have to get back into it. I have to reimagine everything I was just... Because I know there's some people, which is just crazy to me. I found this out not too long ago. Mm-hmm. There are people who can read a book and they're just reading the words and taking in the story and they don't see it in their brain. They don't see a movie in their brain.
I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
No freaking way.
Some of it I will. Some of it I can imagine. But, like, on a general basis, I'm just reading.
That's why you read so fast,
That's why
then.
I read so fast.
I've never... Like, I just thought all of us, when we read, I thought we all saw, like, a little movie in our brain.
I can, like, picture it, but I'm not... It's not playing as I'm reading it.
That's crazy. Like, because for me, that's why sometimes I can't, like, when I'm reading something, if I can't picture it right away,
it's hard.
It's hard for me to continue.
That's why I'm a very visual learner, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard for me to read an instruction and understand exactly what I'm saying. Like, I can do it, but... And, like, The weird part about that is when I do recipes, I can't do anything but look at the steps. But like, no, I'm not. I'm one of those. I'm one of those people.
Okay, well, I learned something today. Because I remember, I think I saw it in a TikTok or something where somebody was like, yeah, I
can't do it.
I
Yeah.
don't see that in I just read the word. And people in the comments were like, so then what are you picturing when you're reading? And they're like, I don't picture anything. I just read the words.
But I do, like, I will feel the emotion and stuff like that. I can kind of, I know what they're doing when they're doing, and like it's like that doesn't change. But it's like if I want to picture it, like I have to sit with it for a minute, and
Interesting.
then I can imagine. Like it's not going while I'm
Because for me, I see a whole movie in my brain, and that's why sometimes when I get to a book, like I read a book and then like the movie comes out or a series or something comes out, I sometimes it'll exceed my expectations. I'm like, oh, this is better than what I thought.
That's better than what.
Or like sometimes it's like, no, I liked my brain version better.
Brain version is better. I think maybe that's why I'm not as harsh on.
Yeah, probably
Adaptations.
I will say there have been a few, and it actually happened recently with something. There have been a few things where it's like, I'll read a book, and the way that I pictured a particular aspect is like exactly the same way that they portray it in the movie or the series, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so crazy. It's like that's exactly how I saw it.
It might not be a movie in my head, but there are like certain things that I can like pick. Like we will talk about one of them, and I can like in my head see how that would be that way and like see her, but like it's not always just a perfect movie.
No,
interesting.
When you read, do you picture like particular actors or people as your characters?
It depends.
Because I
try not to, because like I want to see who the author envisioned.
Right.
And if you're looking for like an actor to slot in that role, then you're already looking for someone who's conventionally attractive, who's well known within the world. And so like I want to know, is that who did the author picture? So I try to like create those. Right. Yeah. We'll do a whole episode on TV adaptations. We've gotten off the plot again.
Yes, but but going back real quick to the whole picturing thing, because I know you said you don't really picture actors.
Yeah.
I have to have a face.
You do?
In my brain. I have to have a face in my, because if not, my brain will not be able to conjure that image of the person that I. So I'm gonna be curious. Like I don't like picture, or I don't pick an actress or actor based on like who they are or what they can do, or like, oh, this is who I would want to be in the thing. I need a face.
You need a face.
And
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So, and sometimes it just happens. It's like, oh, this particular actor is perfect for that. Role. Yeah. In my brain.
There you go. And it just slots in. That's good. I like that.
Just interesting.
Just an interesting thing. Okay, we've given each other 3 honorable mentions. We are not allowed to talk for very long about any of these honorable mentions because we could talk for about 10 years about all of them. So I'm going to hit mine real quick, fast in a hurry, and then we'll bounce to you. Okay. We'll just do them all and get it out of the way.
So honorable mentions of our
top books. And this is like, these are more recent for me, but I found Grady Hendrix and what a marvelous horror author they are.
Oh, yeah. I do want to read.
How to Sell a Haunted House was on my top for like 2025. And I didn't put it in the top 5 just because I have others that I would go back and reread. And I don't know that I would reach for it again to reread it.
Right.
But whoever because I honestly have no idea if Grady Hendrix is a man or a woman. Whoever they are is amazing at what they do. And I did get to read Southern Book Club and then also read How to Sell a Haunted House. Liked How to Sell a lot better than Southern Book Club.
Okay.
But I just bought The Best Friend's Exorcism, so we'll see.
That one, man, I checked that one out of the library. Like, it was around COVID time when I was like trying to get back into reading. And I think I read a little bit of it and then I'm such a slow reader that by the time I had to return it.
So
I was like, dang, I never got to finish that book. So I have to just get it so I can finish it.
I found it at a used bookstore, and I was like, okay. Yeah,
it's just so cool, like the cover itself. If you get like the cover that looks like an 80s VHS,
that's what I got.
That's the best cover.
Yeah, I did. I was so proud.
So cool.
But yeah, no, Grady Hendrix has quickly become a very much of a favorite of mine, as I do appreciate and enjoy the way that they write horror.
That's cool.
So yeah. And then for kicks and giggles, the next two, be forewarned, are not to everyone's taste, and I understand that, but they were fun for me. Under Lock and Key.
Okay. Yes. You told me about this one.
Under Lock and Key. I can't remember who the writer was. Go away. Under Lock and Key is about a girl whose father dies, and she returns to Scotland to see his family.
Mm-hmm.
And she meets the grumpy boy, who he's like watching over the farmlands for their Lana Ferguson. That's who wrote it. Under Lock and Key is about this girl that goes back to Scotland to meet her family. Now the boy that she meets is like a rival, so it's kind of like Romeo and Juliet a little bit. And his family was cursed, and no one knows what it is. Spoilers. It's the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh my god.
And it'll go into more detail about that. Yeah. I'm not saying he is the Loch Ness Monster, but the family curse is the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh.
And you will discover more as you read.
Oh.
But it was surprisingly like a fun little romance romp.
Okay.
And I was like, okay.
This is good. This is good.
There's a little foray into some monster romance. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
So that one was really fun and enjoyable for me. And also I'm going to Scotland in April, so...
she do be loving Scotland.
I do be loving the Scotland. And then the second one is also Scotland related. And it's The Wolf King. Which I just got recommended to by a friend. And I was like, okay, well let me read it. And it's by, I'm gonna slaughter her name. Please forgive me. Lauren Palfreeman.
Okay.
Is that one, and it is about a princess who is kidnapped by an alpha wolf. There is war between the humans and the wolves, and this is kind of a take on the Scottish dispute between Scotland and England, and they were fighting for their freedom and like all this stuff. It's inspired by another one of my books that we'll talk about. It's inspired by another one of my books, but it's about like the night of her wedding, these wolves break out and they kidnap her and take her. She actually willingly goes because she didn't want to be married to this guy anyway. So it's kind of like them figuring out how to better.
Okay. So, the relationship between them and the wolves and Okay.
And how to win. Yeah. So all of it. And it's really cool. It's a good shifter romance.
Mm-hmm.
There is no Omegaverse here.
Oh, thank God. I'm sorry to the Omegaverse lovers.
It's not our thing. It's okay.
Yeah, I think we're gonna speak to that on a different episode.
We'll
we did recently read a book.
Yeah, we're gonna
in the Omegaverse, and I she knew what it was. I did not.
Nope.
I didn't know this was a thing, and so I was very much blindsided, and I was like, "What is going on here?"
But yeah, no, it's shifter, but it's not.
Yeah.
Omegaverse, or at least it wasn't in the first.
Yeah, I thought I was about to read a nice regular shifter story, and that's not what that was at all.
I love how it got recommended to me though, because they literally text me and look it up. Hold please, I need to look up this text message. You like those freaky ass fantasy books, right? If you haven't already, you should read The Wolf King.
I love it. It's very straightforward. It's like, you like this, right? Yeah, you should read this.
You like this?
You should read.
Yes. I was like, well, one, how do you know this about me? We've never discussed my book taste.
Right? It's like...
Two, I don't know if I like that you know this about me, but okay. And
Well,
I think
it's
I
out
just
there
responded
now.
at the time, I'll look into it. And then she was like, well, the MMC is Scottish, by the way. And I was like,
There it
okay,
is.
well,
Yes,
I do
that's,
love, like, a Scottish.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, those are my honorable mentions. What about you?
My honorable mentions are, they are past books. They are books that I've read throughout my life, that I remember being very impressed by, and they're in my top books of all time. Number one is Aragon by Chris Paolini.
Okay.
Because I read this in 8th grade, and this was a book that actually got me in trouble in school because I wouldn't put it down instead of paying attention. Well,
You were doing it, yeah.
so it wasn't the teacher talking. It's not like I wasn't paying attention to the teacher. We had to do some presentation or something.
Yeah.
I was just reading throughout somebody's presentation.
Well, yeah.
And
okay,
so,
sure.
because I was like, this, I don't care. And so I was just reading my book. And teacher came over and swiped it out of my hand. And I was like, my book.
My book.
So yeah, that book got me in trouble because I could not put it down. And it got me in trouble at home too, because I just... like my whole world my whole world became this book, and I wouldn't put it down, and so like I didn't respond to anything around me. I was just so involved, and I was like, Mom, it could be worse. I could be on drugs. Okay, I'm sitting here reading a book. Anyway, so, and it's I want to go back and possibly reread it, because I don't know if like now as an adult I'll find it as good, because I never continued. I had all the other books, but I just never bothered to read them. I think I made it through the second one, and then I never read the other two. I just didn't think they were as good. So yeah, but that I literally could not put that book down when I read it. And then my next one is The Great Gatsby. Love that book. I know it was forced on us as high schoolers. It was forced for a reason. It was yeah. Yes, but there's just something about that book that I love. There's something about the story that I love. I know the characters are all horrible, but you know what? I think that's the point.
That is the point.
That's the point.
That is the point. You're looking at like an insane amount of like wealth.
Yeah. It's the 20s.
And it's like...
and it's about the American dream.
They're terrible people. They're not good people.
No. Daisy especially.
Yeah, so...
and then my last one is To Kill a Mockingbird. Another one that was forced upon us in the 9th grade. And oh my God, I still remember sitting on my porch.
Yeah.
Because it was, by that point, it was like spring semester, and it was like nice and warm outside. And I don't know, just vivid memories of reading that book outside at my parents' house. I love that book so much. Yeah. It's so good. And the movie is just as good.
So it's just all, yeah.
It's
all nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nostalgic, but also like they're genuinely good books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we launch
into our top 5.
So... I'm going to start with 9th house.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. 9th house is adult Harry Potter. There is this girl who is like, she gets into the hospital. Mm-hmm. She wakes up, and there's somebody there to offer her like a mysterious, hey, come to Yale. Mm-hmm. Learn at Yale. And be the keeper for the secret societies. Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is part of the reason she's being offered this is because she can see ghosts. Mm. So that makes her a little bit more valuable. And the secret societies of Yale are all magical societies of Yale. So that it's like they've got their finance people that like cut open dead people. Sorry, it's a trigger warning. It's just some kind of gruesome stuff. Who they like do rituals on like dead people and like cut open and pull things out to,
Oh.
like, predict how the stock market's gonna
Oh.
go. And then you've got, like, your glamour folks who wind up going to Hollywood, and they do, like, sex parties as rituals.
Oh my
And
God.
Yeah. So, like, that's the Yale secret societies that she is now the keeper of.
Interesting.
But there's something, like, darker going on. There's a darker understory. And stuff starts happening on campus that is, like, it's kind of like, what is going on? Like, what is this mystery that's kind of underneath everything? So it was so fantastic.
Huh.
And I loved every minute of it. It was so good. So there's Ninth House and then Hellbent. And this is by Leigh Bardugo. So she is your Six of Crows and Shadow and Bone.
Okay.
That everyone and their mama hears about. She wrote this. And this doesn't get talked about.
That's interesting.
Or at least I have not seen it in the TikTok circle.
It's like I know a lot of people have read that book because it was kind of everywhere at one point, but I know Shadow and Bone was really, really everywhere.
Shadow and Bone was everywhere, and then Ninth House was, like, talked about but not talked about, and then it kind of flew under the radar, and so like I read it for the first time and I was like, oh my!
It's like, whoa,
this is great. It's Alex. Alex is the main character. Galaxy Stern. Alex Stern. But yeah, she was in, like, a dead end drug dealer world, and then they were like, hey, come to Yale. You can see ghosts. You need to be, like, the keeper of So that's what it is. I looked it up to, like, look a little deeper. But yeah.
pretty cool. Okay, I might have to add that one. I think we talked about this. I might have to add that one to my.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a
good
read.
It's a good introduction into the fantasy without it being too.
Yeah, too much. Okay, good to know. Okay, so first on my list is The Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie.
Classic.
Yes, I think this was the first Agatha Christie I ever read, and it was so good. It was so good. Like, it was one of those where it's like, I think at one point I guessed the twist, but when it actually, like, happened,
you're like, what?
I was like, it's like, I feel like I knew this was coming, but it was still like oh my God. It was so well written. I mean, like, and then just the way that she writes her mysteries, they have you, like, the whole time. And then just, like, seeing Poirot just, like, piece all the pieces together. And then, like, at the very end when he goes on his spiel, and, like, you see all the pieces fit together, it's so satisfying. But of all the ones that I've read of hers, I think that one was just was so good. So that's definitely in my top. As soon as because I read it on my Kindle, and I bought a hard copy of it immediately afterward. I was like, gotta get it. Yeah, this is so good. And it's like, I just don't want to really speak much on it because I want people. This is one of those where it's like, you just have to experience it. You just have to.
I feel like most of Agatha Christie is like, I don't want to tell you what it's about. You're going to figure it out. Yeah. And it's worth it. Yeah. Like, just reading the back of it and what the mystery is about, that's enough. And And then you got it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that about her. She's such a good author.
Yeah, she's so good. What is your next?
What is mine? Of Monsters and Mainframes.
Oh, this was the one that you were telling me about that completely wrecked you.
I don't know if this is the one that wrecked me, but it is definitely the one that I could not put down for any reason whatsoever. This was one that I literally found at a bookstore in Blowing Rock.
Oh, wow.
We were on vacation, and I told David, I was like, I'm going to go buy this one little teeny tiny bookstore that they have, because I wanted to see, like, what books did they have? Did they have good used books, like all that kind of stuff, which unfortunately Blowing Rock is a more bougie area.
Yeah.
So not a whole lot of used books,
is.
but it was a really beautiful little bookstore, and the people in there were really, really nice. So I grabbed this one because the colors spoke to me.
That is nice.
It was like,
that's a nice cover.
Insert this. When we put it on YouTube.
I'm sure we'll be putting these on YouTube, so we'll add some visuals.
Insert picture. But essentially, this is about a spaceship who is, like, shuttling humans back and forth between Earth and Alpha Centauri. But she keeps having, like, failures on these trips, and, like, people keep, like, everybody dies, and she doesn't really know what's going on. And so, like, she just wants to do her job. She just wants to do her job. Like, she just wants to be a good robot. And, and, like, this just keeps happening, and no one believes her. And it's like, I don't want to ruin it too much, because, like, when shit starts going down, you're just like, oh my
god, you're, like, hooked.
Oh. What? Why are all the humans dying? What is going on?
Oh,
like,
no.
You just go straight for it, like, because it goes straight from, like, no, I'm Demeter, and I'm having a peaceful day out here in space, shuttling my humans back. Why is everyone dead?
Like, huh?
Like, Steward, why is everyone dead? And the little AI medical guy is like, I don't know. Why is everyone? So it's like, it's a mystery in and of itself.
Yeah.
Because it's told from Demeter's perspective. So I'm not gonna ruin, like, nobody if you buy this book, please don't read the synopsis on the back. Don't do it.
Oh, okay.
Don't, because it will wreck it.
Oh,
because it'll kind of give it away.
Okay.
Because, like, I read part of it and then just, like, flipped it back over.
Okay.
Didn't finish reading.
It's like,
I was like, I don't want to know. But yeah, she just everybody keeps dying and she doesn't know what's going on, and, like, she's at risk of being decommissioned because she can't.
Right, she can't keep her people
alive.
safe.
But it's bigger than just that.
Interesting.
And it's so beautiful. Like, it was such a beautiful story of, like, found family.
Ooh.
And with an AI robot spaceship, and I was crying.
Oh my god.
I was sobbing about the end of this book. I was just like, what do you mean?
Oh my god.
So yeah, that's Monsters and Mainframes. My favorite. That is not my top book forever, but it's my top book of 2025.
Okay.
It was my favorite book I read this past year.
Made a big impression then.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so my next one, I read this, I think it was around this time last year. It is Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn.
I haven't finished.
Oh my god. So this book, Gillian Flynn is the same author that wrote Gone Girl. So if you like, I like her writing style because it's very dark and very complex. And I don't really know what to say about this book without really giving away
what
really happens.
Yeah, you
because it's like it starts off as one thing because you think, this might be like kind of like a mystery, which it is. It's a mystery in a way.
But it's more than that.
But
it's a TV show too. I don't know.
It is, which I think the book is better than the TV show. Mm-hmm. But I did watch the show, and it is very good. But it's about so much more than this mystery, and it just dives into all these, like, complex family issues, trauma, so much, and, like, what I can do is I can read the synopsis for it, see if it interests anybody. It says, fresh from a brief stay at a psych hospital, reporter Camille Preaker faces a troubling assignment. She must return to her tiny hometown to cover the unsolved murder of a preteen girl and the disappearance of another. For years, Camille has hardly spoken to her neurotic, hypochondriac mother or to the half-sister she barely knows, a beautiful 13-year-old with an eerie grip on the town. Now, installed in her old bedroom in her family's Victorian mansion, Camille finds herself identifying with the young victims a bit too strongly. Dogged by her own demons, she must unravel the psychological puzzle of her own past if she wants to get the story and survive this homecoming. I felt like there was a twist within a twist.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like one of, like, the mystery part of it, I feel like I could see coming. Mm-hmm. And I think at one point I was like, oh yeah, this is what's going on.
Is that an HBO? Is it HBO?
I think it was on HBO.
Yeah, HBO has done some real good bangers like that.
Yeah.
They had another one with Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah. Oh, Big Little Lies.
Big Little Lies.
Which is, I immediately
Amazing.
after I read this book, I bought Big Little Lies to read because it's in the same vein.
I need to read it.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet, but anyway, continue.
Yeah, then there's a final little twist.
There's a flare.
It's almost like a false twist in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'm really gonna say. It was just, I was like, this is messed up. But I loved it. Yeah.
It's like, those are the best ones.
Yeah. So after I read this book, I bought Big Little Lies, and then I bought Gone Girl and Dark Places, I think is her other one.
Yeah, Dark Places.
So they're still on my to read, but yeah,
I was like, many books on
I know.
That's why we're not doing a TBR episode, by the way.
There's too
many.
It's too long.
We're trying to get this done this month for this episode. It's like, what this is. This might be great for us because we'll have to read stuff so we can do an episode on it now.
Oh yeah, it's not like we're gonna stop reading.
No,
like, I'm in the middle of one right now.
Yeah, me too. That messed up, like, twisty kind of leads into
your next one,
which is probably one of my favorite book series I've ever read.
Okay.
Which is John Dies at the End.
Oh, I've heard this.
Oh, yeah. It's a movie.
This one, yes.
And a lot of people have seen the movie. I'm just gonna read the book description.
Okay.
Stop. You should not have touched this flyer with your bare hands. No, don't put it down. It's too late. They're watching you. My name is David Wong. My best friend is John. Those names are fake. You might want to change yours. You may not want to know about the things you'll read on these pages. About the sauce, about Korek, about the invasion and the future. But it's too late. You touched the book. You're in the game. You're under the eye.
Oh no.
The only defense is knowledge. You need to read this book. To the end. Even the part with the bratwurst. Why? You just have to trust me. The important thing is this. The drug is called soy sauce, and it gives users a window into another dimension. John and I never had the chance to say no, but you still do.
Oh my.
I'm sorry to have involved you in this. I really am. But as you read about these terrible events and the very dark epoch the world is about to enter as a result, it is crucial that you keep one thing in mind. None of this was my fault.
Oh my.
It's so good.
So ominous.
It's so
I like
ominous.
it.
It's so good.
Oh.
So there's 3 of them.
Oh.
There's and this is not in the right order, and I know it's not, but whatever. It's John Dies at the End. This book is full of spiders, and what the hell did I just read?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, they're great. And I literally had to stay up until 3 a.m. reading John Dies at the End because I was like, I need to know that everyone's okay. Like, I need to get to the end of this book.
I need to
know.
I
need to know that everybody's okay because I can't end on this note right here where I am. Like, it was so bad. I was just like, oh God. Oh no, I feel like a druggie. Like, I was trying to get to me. We was in the middle of a hurricane and I was reading. I was like, I gotta get done with that.
Oh my god.
But it is horror, and it is classic.
Ooh.
And it is so good. And it leaves you asking question upon question upon question. There is no happy end. There is no resolution when you get to the end of the, like, it's just question upon question upon question, and it is the best thing I have ever read in my life. I love this series.
I will have to put that on my list.
So I'm ready for a reread. Like, it's time to do it.
It's time.
But yeah, it's such a series.
Wow.
And it was originally released underneath David Wong was the author name. But it has since been released under the actual author name, which is Jason Pargin.
Okay.
But I really thought it was interesting for him to release it underneath David Wong. Because, like, your main character is David Wong. Character. So then release the books underneath David Wong. And it gives it an element of, like, is this real?
Yeah.
Like, for a moment, like, because, you know, it's fiction. It's
kind of
labeled
like...
as fiction. But for a moment, it's like...
Yeah. It's kind of like Lemony Snicket.
Yeah.
In a series of unfortunate events where, like, the whole time you just think Lemony Snicket is a real guy.
Yeah, it's like, what is, okay. If this is actually real, then I'm going to be terrified for the rest of my life.
Yeah, right. It's
this
like,
is just existing.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's really interesting.
Okay. So. Yeah, I gotta put that on my...
Yeah, please do. Please do.
Because I feel
they're
like
so
I would
good.
enjoy that.
John dies at the end. This book is full of spiders. What the hell did I just read? That's in order.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Then it was, if this book exists, you're in the wrong universe. And then there are no giant crabs in this novel. So there's a new one getting released this year.
Oh, heck yeah!
So I need to read the other one then.
All right, my next one is going to be Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, and I feel like this. So I read this in high school, but you know, when you're in high school, you don't really appreciate things as much as you should. And I actually don't even think we read the whole thing. I think we only read passages from it, so I didn't get the full effect.
Didn't fully appreciate it.
So I'm a big gothic horror, or not, well, gothic horror and also just like gothic literature, gothic genre fan in general. So when Guillermo del Toro's movie came out this last year, it just, oh my god, it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful and it hit so hard. So hard. And, like, I was like, I need to revisit the book now that I've seen this.
See it again.
Because, like, obviously the movie differs quite a lot, but I feel like the overall message of the book was not touched.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it was a very beautiful adaptation. Yeah. Even if it changed things. I think it's the best adaptation in my personal opinion, because I've seen a lot of them. Is it the most faithful? No. But I think, I don't know. I feel like if this was adapted 100% faithfully, I'm not sure that it would really work. I know there have been, because I saw one, like the mini series that they made, and I don't remember if it was the 80s or 90s, and it was pretty accurate. But I don't know, there's something about this one that he made it extra specially.
Mel Brooks version of it.
Oh, yeah.
That's not true.
That's not
anything.
No. But so I read the original 1818 version, which obviously she wrote when she was 17 years old. And I loved it. I thought it was amazing. And then, because I was curious, I read the 1831 version, which is where she went back many years later, now as an adult, and after she... this is after she has gone through many life traumas.
Yes.
Lots of things have happened in her life, so she went back and kind of revised it, took some things out, changed some things. I think she kind of finessed the prose a little bit. I don't know if I liked it more or less. I really don't. I can't really tell, honestly. I think it's still the same story. Yeah.
Still the same story.
But it was great. I loved it. I read it twice in the span of a month, because I think it only took me a day and a half to read it the first time. So, because I was just like locked in. It's like, this is so good. And
you got it.
Just the entire, like, especially like once you get to the monster's tale and you're just like, you just wanted a friend, man. You just wanted to be loved and appreciated. Like, it's like he was born, like he was brought into this world again, like, he wasn't asked to be brought into this world. He wasn't asked, and he's rejected by his master.
Yeah.
He finds him repulsive, and I could go on and on and on about the stuff about, because a lot of what I found interesting as well is that a lot of this book coincides with what Mary Shelley went through and was going through in her own life. So in a lot of ways, she is Victor Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And I just thought, because the version that I read, the book that I read had a lot of like notes in it, or like annotations where like in the back you can look and like it'll, because obviously this was what, the 19th century. There's a lot of references to other literature of the time that obviously now we will not really recognize. So there was a lot of, and like knowing that extra context makes the book even better.
Yeah.
And like, I know I've made so many notes in that book, and again, I can go on and on and on about this book.
That's an episode.
Yeah, that's a whole episode. I could, you know what? I might have to just make a whole PowerPoint presentation. It's like, today we'll be learning about Frankenstein,
the subliminal
and
messages,
the importance of, because it's the book is not just about taking responsibility for what you create.
Yeah,
there are so many like layers to it.
There's so many. Yeah,
so many, and the history behind it. Because once you know the history. Of especially Mary Shelley's like her upbringing and her like what she was going through at the time that she wrote this, like there are so many things in the book that just make sense.
It's like,
as to why,
okay,
yeah, and you're like, oh, this is a reference to her own. Yeah,
that's like the yellow wallpaper too.
Oh,
like
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've read that. I did like an English project on it. I forget who wrote it. The Yellow Wallpaper, which was written by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. And it's kind of regarded as one of the first horror pieces of literature from a woman. But what was going on with her, and this is like a full side note, but like what was going on with her was that was actually like kind of her experiences with mental health. Because this was an age where if you were depressed, they threw you in a room and said, sit there and think about your emotions. And I think it was like being overwhelmed. They would say that you're overwhelmed, or, you know,
you're hysterical.
You're hysterical.
That was the word.
Yeah, you're hysterical. And so they would literally lock you in a room.
Because women are supposed to be
and
the object of poison.
Yeah, you need to stop cleaning the dishes and doing the housework to go sit in a locked room and get fresh air and look at art and then go back to your locked room. And it was like, this is not what women need. It's not, you're not looking at the full...
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like how women, just over time and over all of history, women's needs and emotions are just ignored.
Yeah, they are.
It's like who cares?
Who cares? I think what got me was like literally locking women in rooms and being like, insane. You're hysterical. And it's like,
well, you saw what happened to what was her name? Was it Rose Kennedy
or something? Yeah,
one of the Kennedy sisters. Where it's like, because she was a rebellious teen, locked her up in an institution, lobotomized her, and that was that.
It's like, wow.
It's like, because she was rebellious and she wore like,
and like if you were depressed or if you had outside thoughts, it was like seen as,
you're crazy.
You're crazy. You need to be institutional. And it's like, okay. Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, yes, your next book,
Fourth Wing. You knew this was coming.
I knew this was coming.
This is on there. Another series of mine that I fell in love with. And fun story, I read ACOTAR for, I don't know if it's a fun story or not, I don't know about that. But I read ACOTAR first and enjoyed it. And then read Fourth Wing and was like, what the heck is it? Like, what was I doing reading that? I should have been reading that. And I think what gets me about Fourth Wing, and again, talking about subliminal messaging, is like the things that Violet has to go through in order to even just be a part of Fourth Wing unit, is so incredible. And she takes it like champ. The whole time, like, she's not, she doesn't complain. She doesn't, like, shy away from it. She's like, oh, I have to cross the parapet? Yeah. Let's fucking go. Yeah. Like, okay, here, take my shoe because yours are really slick. And like, how they say, sorry, slight spoiler, but not really. It happens in the first, like, chapter.
Okay, so
it's not really a spoiler. Yeah. But she's like, here, take my shoe. Like, your shoe is not, it's not gonna work. It's super slick. You're gonna slip and fall and die. And, like, let's go. Yeah. And she just, like, takes it like a champ to overcome and continue to work her way through Fourth Wing Unit and be an active, like, Dragon Rider. Because that's what Fourth Wing is about. It's a Basgiath War College, and if I slaughter pronunciations, I'm sorry. But Basgiath War College exists, and Violet was supposed to be a scribe. Mm-hmm. And her mom pulls her, like, 3 weeks before they're supposed to train. Now, most people that are going to go for Fourth Wing, well, not just Fourth Wing, but the Dragon Rider unit, because there's 4 wings. That's the whole thing. It's like there's first wing, second wing.
Okay.
She winds up in Fourth Wing, which, hello, title of book.
Right.
But her mom told her, like, a month before, if that, that she was going to be going for the Dragon unit, Dragon Riders. And she was not supposed to do that at all. She had been training her entire life to be a scribe. And if you're going to go for the Dragon Riders unit, usually you're training for your entire life to do that.
Right.
You're building up your endurance, and you're building up your ability to, like, backflip off a parapet. You know, like, these sorts of things, you're training for that. So Violet kind of has to, like, speed up the process, learn how to do a bunch of stuff, try to, like, core strengthen and all that stuff. And she's battling all of these things with a condition that she has had since childhood. Mm-hmm. That makes her a little more fragile. So something really, really simple could make her bruise or sprain.
Right.
And so she's battling all of these things and becoming a Dragon Rider and, like, kicking ass with this debilitating disease that's trying to hold her back. And she doesn't complain. She just does it.
Just does it.
And it's so amazing to see. And she's not like a Mary Sue. She has setbacks. She's got faults. It's all this stuff. So, like, she enters into Fourth Wing, and there's Xaden Ryerson, who you meet. Is like this is more like an enemies to lover, like, thing. And Xaden Ryerson is the traitor's son. So, like, there was a rebellion a few years back. They killed everybody that was involved with the rebellion. And all of the children from the rebellion were saved, but marked to be a Dragon Rider.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like their penance for their parents, which is stupid, is that they have to go to the Dragon Riders unit. And so Xaden was, like, the first one to reach age and become a Dragon Rider of the rebellion people. And she's kind of warned before she gets in there, hey, stay away from him. Like, he would kill you. Because her mother killed his father.
Oh, my.
But it goes deeper than that. And, like, again, like I said, it's known by this point. It's enemies to lovers. It's Xaden and Violet. So there's a deeper story at play. And you find that out through, like, the whole thing. And then by the time you get to the end of book 1, you're sobbing. You're sobbing, crying, like, okay, well, I guess I gotta read book 2, which is Iron Flame. Like, all right, here we go. So, yeah, Rebecca Yarros has a really wonderful way of writing things, a really wonderful way of dropping hints to guide you to what's going to happen along the way. But still making it twisty.
Yeah.
And, like, I really like.
Okay. See, I haven't read it yet, so this is
going.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that you are absolutely making me read, and we're going to do for
this is our twisty.
Yeah, for our episode that we're gonna basically read a book that we liked, and we're gonna switch and then see from each other's perspective if we enjoyed it or not.
If we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. Yeah. I really do. I really think that you will like Fourth Wing.
Okay.
If you don't, I will be surprised.
Okay. See, I was very weary. It's one of those books that, because I'm I don't want to say I'm a hater of romantasy or any of that, but it's so oversaturated.
It can be oversaturated.
That I think it just, the oversaturation of it right now has put me off of anything like that.
Yeah.
So I
And I'm not going to say that Rebecca was the first one to kind of launch into the dragon romance.
Oh, yeah, no.
She's not the first one. But she is the one that, like, built story instead of smut.
Okay.
There is smut. Like, it would be considered probably a 5-star explicit read.
Oh.
But but it's not like, because there's, I don't know, it's just stars to romance.
Yeah.
There's like 3 stars in your closed door, and there's some description.
Right.
It's like 4 stars is open door, 5 stars is explicit open door.
Okay.
Which just means that she's descriptive.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that it's slammed chock full.
Right.
And it's not.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't like.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's
There's some funny scenes.
Okay.
with lightning, and that's all I'm giving.
Okay.
You'll understand. you
all right, I'll get there.
You'll
I'm sure I'll get
understand
there.
when you get to that one scene. And I expect you to text me like, what?
Like, what is
the
this?
hell?
Oh, no. All right, well.
Number 2
for me.
Get off of my thing. I talked too long.
You're very passionate about it.
I'm very passionate.
That's just, I mean.
I could do an entire episode on Force.
I mean, you know what? How about I'll do an entire Frankenstein episode if you do an entire Fourth Wing episode.
I'll do it.
And it's like, because what we can, well, I'll have to read it first, obviously.
Yeah, you gotta read it first.
But you can do, and then depending on if I liked it or not, you can make an entire PowerPoint presentation on why it is so good. Okay. So my number 2 is Atonement by Ian McEwan. This book caught me by absolute surprise. Both in the what happens at the end, and also just because I didn't think it was something I was going to like, because this was another required read for school. I had to read this for, I can't remember the exact.
Like the dry reads for, which not that it was bad, but it's just like a lot of the required reading.
Yeah,
was like dry.
Well, I feel like this one, because this one was for an arts class. I can't remember the exact name of the class. And the professor was really cool. He was really nice. But this is also the same class that had me read Farewell to Arms. So
again, dry.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And I hated that. So
dry English authors. Like, there's no one else to. But
so Atonement, it was next on our required reading. It's like, everybody go read Atonement, and then it was basically a discussion class, basically. And this book was obviously available in the bookstore, because anything that's required you can go
get it from the bookstore,
at the campus bookstore. But I did not do that because I had been burned too many times where they ask me to go buy a book and it's like $30 and it's so expensive, and then it sucks, like, and I'm never gonna read it again.
Go to Amazon and get it for 10.
Yeah, and it's like, so I ended up I feel like this was super lucky, but I ended up going to my thrift store, local thrift store here, and I went to the book section and it was there. So I only paid like $1 for it. Yeah, and I was like, awesome, I have the book, now I'm gonna read it. This book drew me in so fast because Ian McEwan, like, the way he writes and he's so descriptive, but it's like beautifully descriptive.
Yeah.
And the story itself is so tragic that you're just like, at the end, I literally, like, I remember I was sitting there and I was like, I had to pause and I put it down and I was like, oh my God.
It just happened.
I was like, oh
like
my God.
It's like the same, like,
yeah.
What?
I was just like, this is one of those books that I wish I could erase from my brain and experience it again.
Yeah.
Because I love this book. The movie is wonderful. I really think they did a good job. However, the book is better. And I feel like this is one of those books that you can't get quite right in film form. Yeah, even though they did a really great job. It's like they did well. But I think the shock value of it hits harder in book form.
That reminds me of like Annihilation. We talked about that.
Oh,
I was reading that book and it also does not translate. There are some that do not translate.
I did not enjoy that movie.
Yeah, there are some that do not.
No.
Halfway through the book. I haven't finished it.
It's like, I think Atonement, the book, is a different experience than Atonement, the movie, in many ways. So I'll leave that at that. It was a great book, and I still have my original copy. I even I recreated the dress from the movie.
You did? I saw that.
I did a few years ago.
Miss Cosplay.
It's not an exact replica, obviously, because there's no way I could.
There's no exact, but you do have a Keira Knightley frame, so that worked out like wonderfully. Number one.
So you're number one.
And we go back to my Scotland obsession.
Oh.
Number one for me is by far and large the book series that I go back and read and reread and rewatch and rewatch. And it's Outlander. James Alexander Malcolm Mackenzie Fraser, the man that you are. In all ways, just the man that you are. And he kind of reminds me of my husband, so I think that's an added, is he a redheaded Scot in a kilt? No, but does he share very similar, qualities with him, with Jamie? Yes. So, for those that don't know, and haven't been anywhere on the planet, because Outlander is freaking huge, and especially on Stars, but not sponsored. I would love to be sponsored by you, Stars. Hit me up.
Stars, give us a free account so we can.
Give us a free account because I'm ready for season 8. Okay. But no. Outlander is about Claire Beecham. But she goes by Beecham. She's Claire Randall, who was a World War I nurse, I believe. No, it's either World War I or no, maybe it was World War II. She was a World War II nurse, and her husband was in the military, Frank Randall, and they go on a second honeymoon to Scotland, and it's right around Samhain or Samhain. Yeah. I guess Samhain. Yeah. I say Samhain. I know it's not right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's definitely Samhain.
It's Samhain. But it's around Samhain, and they're told by the druid lady that there is a druid circle that happens at midnight, and it's naked ladies dancing around a stone circle. They actually have gowns on in the show. I don't remember if they're naked or not in the book. But they go up there to see it. Then it happens right at dawn as the sun is coming up. And she sees a flower, but she doesn't get to grab it. And so she tells Frank, she's like, I'm gonna go back. And so she goes back to the stone circle to try to take the flower, which is a forget-me-not. That's important later. But it's a forget-me-not that she's trying to get. And she hears this buzzing sound, and she turns around and kind of walks towards the middle stone, and she puts her hands up to it and touches it, and wakes up in 1700 Scotland.
Holy crap.
And she's like, what's going on? She thinks it's a movie set, and this whole thing.
Imagine.
She meets Frank's ancestor, Blackjack Randall, which you learn more about. And it's essentially the 1730... Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. It's the 7... When did the 45 happen? She gets there at 1743, because it's 3 years before the Battle of Culloden, which is in 1746. So she gets there. She's essentially rescued by this group of Scottish men, because Blackjack is essentially trying to assault her.
Yeah.
And so she's rescued by this group of Scottish men as a British lady, because she's very British. She's being rescued by these Scottish men. And one of them is James Alexander Malcolm Mackenzie Fraser. And his shoulder is popped out of socket, and they're just gonna pop it back in with no abandon and and she's like, hold on, let me do it. I'm a nurse. And they're like, a wet nurse? No,
like,
not a wet nurse. Not a wet nurse. They literally say that. Like, there's a very obvious gesture made at her bosom. And she's like, I'm not a wet nurse. But no, she's like, let me do it. So she does it. She like, proves herself useful. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to take you back to our laird, who's, like, the ruler over the Clan Mackenzie. And she doesn't know his real name or anything at this point. They have to share, like, a horse ride back. They get attacked by British men on the way. And essentially, as a matter of convenience, through different circumstances, Jamie and Claire wind up getting married. And so they then fall in love. And so the Outlander series follows their love story. Through ups and downs and all this, there's a bunch of stuff that happens, right? Okay, but it's like that's essentially what it is. It's following their love story through the Battle of Culloden, through the American Revolution, through all kinds of it's like there's a lot of very historical.
That's really cool.
True historical events that are going on. Yeah,
love.
I'm going to the Culloden battlefield and
gotta live your Outlander dreams.
Touching every rock.
Yeah, touch every rock.
Every rock.
I think
like, here I'm coming, Jamie.
You should probably make David also touch the rock.
No, I want to find Jamie.
That's abandon your husband and child entirely. Never come back.
I'll come back.
We're all gonna be like, what the hell? What the hell? What happened?
Where'd she go? Listen.
I mean, would I say anything if you came back and you told me, no, you don't understand. I found him. It's real.
It's real.
I think I would just be like, all right, I'm just not going to say anything. I'm going to pretend like you did not just tell me that. And it's going to be our secret.
I found the hot Scots.
It's going to be our secret. We're not going to say nothing. Like, where did he just calls me? Where did Hillary go? Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Unfortunately, this podcast is over because Hillary is somewhere in Scotland. I don't know.
Oh my God, you're just podcasting from Scotland. It's like, so what are you doing today? So I'm here at the Battle of whatever.
Of Culloden.
Podcasting from.
Podcasting.
You could provide so many historians, like, so much clarity. You can bring your phone and record it all.
You only go back 200 years, so it would be 1825.
Okay.
So we're past the Battle of Culloden at that point. We're
approaching the Victorian era. About the Victorian
era. We're pretty much firmly in the era of not allowed to wear tartans, not allowed to carry firearms or swords. Like, their entire culture was wiped out with Battle of Culloden.
That's crazy.
It sucks.
I hate. There's nothing more. Well, actually, there are many things more that I hate, but there are few things that I hate more than an entire culture or some
just
kind
dying.
of entire civilization being wiped out.
And that was essentially what happened with the Scottish people at the Battle of Culloden. I do have Scottish heritage. I'm at least 25, if not 50% Scottish.
It's just so
and it
sad.
Like it was truly sad, because what you had was all of these clans that were in charge of and looked over the land and dealt with the farming of the land and dealt with the taxes of the land, and so like all of these things were being cared for by the lairds. And then when Battle of Culloden happened and the Scottish Rebellion happened, like it was done. It was like, there was, at that point, the British troops came in, literally it took land from the people that like kicked people out of the like if there was a clan like Clan Mackenzie, if they operated in the Battle of Culloden, if they had people that were in the Battle of Culloden, the British troops essentially descended upon Castle Leoch, which is not, it wasn't Castle Leoch. It's not really Castle Leoch, but I'm using that as an example. Right. They would descend upon the castle, essentially kick everyone out. And these castles are not like, it's not what you think. Yeah. A castle is like this
fortress. Yeah.
But also the farmland around it and the stables.
Well, it's because
it's a town.
Yeah, it's a castle was literally just the main part of an entire
estate.
Estate.
It's an entire estate. And it's essentially kind of like a little town, and there are people that are living there, and so these British troops would come into that situation and then essentially kick everyone out, take control of it, and send men to prison. And like,
the British really had some audacity throughout history.
They
like
did.
I think we can trace all of mankind's problems back to the British.
Back to the British, yeah. I would agree.
It's like, thank you. I apologize to the Brits out there. I have many friends that are from England. I have
Brits.
many friends that are British, but our ancestors really messed everything up,
man.
Yep.
They like, I'll use the F word. They fucked it up.
Yep.
Because that's what happened. Is like they weren't allowed to like speak. Well, and this has kind of been debunked, but it was also discouraged. It's like you weren't allowed to speak in your natural tongue, so you weren't allowed to speak Gaelic, and you weren't allowed to speak to like wear tartan. You weren't allowed to.
I'm sure they weren't allowed to practice whatever religion they were practicing, or if they even
because
had
they were
one.
Catholic, and I think they had to like get transferred over to Protestant or something like that.
Course.
I think there were still some Catholic Scots. I don't think they all, but essentially everything that they had known, everything that they had to like disappear, and it was insane.
Freaking colonialism, man.
Yeah, but Outlander is so good. Like, it's so good. And it's not, it is raunchy. I'm not gonna, the TV show at least is like, it's filthy. Episode 7 and episode 9 of season 1, and you're just like,
oh!
This is, they didn't get an intimacy coordinator until season 6, and you can tell.
Well, it's like that, because when was that show made? Back in like 2010?
2014, I believe.
2014? I thought it was like way earlier than that.
No, it was like 2014.
Well, even still, it's like, I feel like things, as far as like intimacy coordinators go, I feel like that's been more of a post-Me Too thing, or at least, I'm sure they had them before, but I think post the Me Too movement, it was definitely like, no, we need this to be
and
like
I
thing.
fully believe that like intimacy coordinators are like a good thing for
TV.
No, like Heated Rivalry had an intimacy coordinator, and like it was still raunchy. So like I don't think that means the death of like the sexual.
No, I think it makes it better.
Show.
They make it better because now they're more comfortable with each other.
It can, where Outlander kind of suffered for it.
Oh,
unfortunately, like you can tell. You can tell the difference between not having an intimacy coordinator and having one, and it's not necessarily in a good way.
Interesting.
It's like they become a little more stiff, and they're not as like connected, and that part I think really hurt, because a large part of what had people coming to watch the show was the chemistry and the closeness of the two main characters. Okay. So losing that a little bit with season 6 and season 7, which I will say, one of the hotter scenes in the show is in the season 6 finale. That was a I think they forgot what the intimacy coordinator said, to be honest with you.
They were just like, let's throw this out the window.
Oh, God. Like, that was very, very close, very, like, okay. So, all right. But season 7, we lost a lot of that spark, and I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to be like, oh, well, they're old people now. I don't care if they're in their 60s or not.
I don't think we want to see that.
And Diana Gabaldon didn't either. She didn't write it that way, so...
Well...
What's your number one? Please, let's get off of this.
Yes, my number one best book. It's more like a series, I guess. But The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. Holy crap.
So good.
This book changed my brain chemistry. I was in my freshman year. Was it? Freshman year, second semester of college. And like this book, I loved this book so much I carted it with me everywhere. It rode in the passenger seat of my car to and from school every day. I had it tucked against my chest constantly, and like my freshman year of college, I was so antisocial. I feel I just like I was so absorbed in this book that I was like, everybody leave me alone. As soon as I left class, I was heading to the library to read. It's like, obviously I did my homework, obviously, yeah. But like, I'm busy. I'm reading this series, and it's like, as soon as I finished one, I went to the next and the next. And like, the second one, in my opinion, is I think it's the best one, and it's my favorite. And I still remember vividly being in the library reading, and you find out something, and I literally, like, I just remember, like, my face growing hot, and I just, like, I have the book in my hands, and I just look up, and I feel like the world stopped around me. Like, everyone else is studying around me, and I'm just looking around like, oh my god.
Like, what just happened?
Oh my god. What the hell? So, I love Lisbeth Salander is, like, my favorite literary character of all time. I love her. I love her so much.
And I did find out, like, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo actually has different writers. I didn't know
It does, because like, unfortunately Stieg Larsson died before he could finish the series. So, and you can tell, not saying that the other books aren't good. Yeah. But you can tell it's different, and it's yeah. So, I liked Girl in the Spider's Web. I feel like there's one before that. I can't remember the exact order of the rest of them, and I actually literally just found out recently that there's another one I didn't even know that came out. Like, I swear every time I went to the bookstore or to, like, the thrift store, I would see one and I'd be like, when did this one come out?
Yeah, what is it?
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I learned, like, so there was the 3 original that he wrote, and then there's 3 more that were written by a woman, and then there were 3 more that were written by a man. Yeah.
It wasn't a woman.
It was a woman.
No.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
Look it up.
No. It was because his partner helped, like, because it was, oh God, what is his name? I literally have the books over there. I could just pick it up.
I was about to say, somebody told me it was a woman. But it says The Girl in the Eagle's Talon was written by Karen Smirnoff.
Girl in the Eagle's Talon?
I'm telling you, there were 3 books, and they're all written by...
Because I read Girl in the Spider's Web. I read Girl Who Takes an Eye for an Eye. Girl Who Lived Twice I haven't read yet. Oh, I see. These are the last 2 that... See, I didn't know these existed. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, though, is that every time I turn around, there's a new one. And I'm like, I didn't know these existed.
Yeah, there's a new one. How dare you doubt me?
Girl with the Ice in Her Veins. And Girl in the Eagle's Talons. Oh my god, so there's 8 books?
There's 8 books, yeah.
I thought there were like 5.
Nope.
Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Okay, well, I learned something today.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I don't even know what the last one... I have it on my shelf. Let me see what the last one I have is.
Obviously, you don't have the women that wrote it.
I definitely don't have that one.
There's no female written book.
So yeah, yes, there are. I have the Girl Who Lived Twice is the last one I have. So that's why I got confused, because there were 3 by David Lagerkrantz, and those were the ones that's where I stopped at, because I thought that was it.
No, there's female ones.
Holy Mother of God.
Or female written ones.
I feel like I'm a bad... And this one literally just came out in 2025.
So I'm over here looking at pictures of season 7, Jamie, so...
Man, are you not listening to a word I'm saying?
Yeah, I am. Put it down.
She's over here like, yeah, season 7. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm over here like...
No, I was listening during that part. I just stopped listening when you told me I was wrong. And I was like, I'm not wrong!
This is why I'm so mad, because like I love this series so much. Like, I can't keep up.
You can't keep up.
I can't keep, like, because even when like the other ones were coming out, I had no idea they had come out, and I was like, oh.
Do you think though that carrying on the books?
I think it should have stopped at 3.
I would agree. Like, if he's not here to give his word on it and it's his material, I don't think it should have been.
It's written. Like, as much as I love the character and as much as I love for her to continue, and like I want more of her. I think it should have just ended at 3 and they should have just left it as it was, because I don't know. Like,
it's just conflicting feelings.
yeah. I did like Girl in the Spider's Web, but the movie was bad. I did not like the movie. That was bad. That'd be a great episode.
Yeah.
How about we do an episode on like great adaptations and then there's horrid adaptations.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I'll tell you, like, just real quick, one adaptation that's like baffling to me, but
yeah.
I have to go back and watch it now to see, like, because it actually like not introduced me, but anyway, there is a version of Frankenstein with Robert De Niro as the monster.
I've never heard of such
Robert De Niro as the monster.
I have never heard of such
and then Kenneth Branagh is Frankenstein. And then Helena Bonham Carter is Elizabeth, the bride.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I have to rewatch that one because that one, my English teacher showed it to us during our Gothic literature.
Oh.
It's interesting that she chose that version.
Yeah.
But
of all the versions,
she showed us that one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think I would have, like, as an English teacher, probably shown the Mel Brooks one just because such a good adaptation.
Yeah.
It's not true, but it's a good adaptation.
Yeah. I mean, it's Mel Brooks.
It's Mel Brooks.
Hilarious.
It's Mel Brooks and, what's his name? The Willy Wonka.
Gene Wilder.
Yes. As, like, the... he is Victor, right?
Putting on a Ritz. I love that scene. So funny.
It's funny.
He's
funny.
Putting on a Ritz.
It's such a good, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just great.
Yeah. I love his stuff.
End of story.
They're making a new Spaceballs.
Are they?
Yes. I don't think it's going to work.
I don't think so.
As well as...
No, the originals always work best.
Yeah. And unfortunately, in today's... Well, because
I did say a Dirty Dancing remake with Connor's story would be... if you hear this, Connor, we love you. Number one, you're amazing. And Ilya is my sweet baby boy. But a remake with Dirty Dancing as a series, I think would be interesting. Off topic, but where are we at?
So we should probably stop because we're at an hour and 35 minutes.
Good God!
We can yap forever and ever and ever.
These are going to be long episodes. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe somebody out there is like, hell yeah, this is like my drive to work and my drive back, and
then you got it.
And then you're good.
Why didn't you stop me before?
Because I kept yapping too. I couldn't shut up about Frankenstein.
Okay, if you're liking the longer form, sound off in the comments, and if you would prefer a shorter, we can do that. If you prefer us to just get to the point. Get to the point and stop rambling, then sound off in the comments. And also sound off if you have any ideas.
Yes, I think an episode on adaptations would be very, very interesting.
I wrote it down.
Yes, I do think because I do have a lot of opinions on book adaptations of things.
I do too.
And the general consensus to me is that the book is always better, but there are some cases where it's not.
There are some instances. I have there are a few that I would say that's better.
Yes, I just
one of the ones you're reading right now.
Yeah, well, just as a very quick example, I read His and Hers by Alice Feeney last year.
Yeah,
and I was very 50-50 on it because I feel like I enjoyed the majority of the book, but the ending completely went off the rails.
Yeah,
it was like what the hell?
Yeah,
and so they just adapted it to Netflix.
Yeah,
and I think the actors did a good job, but I think I think it lost some of the meat of the book. The book, it's just the way the book was written, and I think it just worked better as a book.
Yeah. Okay.
But the only thing, or not the only thing, but the biggest thing that they did right was change the ending slightly. They changed like one thing about it to where it actually made sense. Yeah. And because in the book it was just kind of like,
what is this?
What
are we doing?
It came out of nowhere. And I was like, I read those last few pages and I was like, huh?
That was me with the Ministry of Time.
Oof.
I was like, why?
It's like, huh?
As I'm reading the pages, I'm progressively getting madder and madder. I'm just like, why is this
like,
the
why?
ending? What is going on?
But what is this? What is happening?
That's another episode we could do. Like, books that made us mad.
Oh, God. I could...
enjoyed, but that
enjoyed but made us mad in a good way.
Us because I would give that book a 5 star.
Okay.
But like I was so mad. I was like, why did you leave us like this? Why is this the end?
But yeah, I think that'll do it for this episode.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
I think next time we're gonna talk about some book tropes. We're gonna try to play a little game with it. So we're going to do book tropes next time. And sound off if there's anything that you want us to...
Yeah, any suggestions.
We are open to it.
We are very open.
Our socials are the same freaking everywhere. We've got Instagram, TikTok, Threads.
Gallberry Lit Club.
Yeah, Gallberry Lit Club. YouTube.
Yes,
Spotify.
We're attempting to put up the YouTube. Maybe by the time this episode goes up, the YouTube channel will be up as well.
Hopefully.
I'm not sure yet, but we'll see.
We're gonna try.
Yes.
But everything is Gallberry Lit Club. Gallberry Lit Club. These were all previously because we're lit. These were all previously my social media because I had an idea and kind of ran with it, and then pulled Natasha in on it. Yep. So you'll see a lot of me right now, but she's incoming.
Yes.
We filmed a lot of stuff today.
Yes, we did.
So there's more Natasha coming. And then she has her own.
I do have my own social media. So I have TikTok and Instagram. I'm not very active on TikTok anymore though because I wanted to kill the doom scrolling habit that I had, so I have not really used that in a very long time. But it is all Waters of Glass, WATERSOFGLASS. ASS.
All right, we'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.